Today we're going to do a desert walk, and we dedicate it to all of our friends who we wish could be here with us. Enjoy the sun, enjoy the sights. Now, this is how we start our walk in the desert. Teddy, ready? Teddy, ready? And so our walk begins. And we head off down the trail into the mountains. Tom leads the way. Teddy knows he's not allowed to pass. Teddy's tied to my waist. Far in the distance, peeking up over the top of the farthest mountain, you can just see Weaver's Needle. And now we head down the rocky, and kind of a trick here to videotaping and walking down the rocks. And this is a creek bed that used to be full of water other years, but it's very dry this winter. So come on, Teddy, go with Dad. So we just walk across the rocks. I think I'll turn it off before I walk across the rocks. And then we get some lovely horses coming our way, and a dog. Hi, sweetie. Very nice.
Hello.
She's friendly, but thank you. Oh my God.
There we go. Got horses, Teddy.
What do you think, Ted?
Yeah. There we go, Ted.
And now we come out into the lovely valley.
Garden Valley.
This is Garden Valley.
An old Indian settlement.
Yes, with pottery shards to be had if you dig down, apparently. Isn't it beautiful? Now Garden Valley turns into beautiful grasses and trees. Everything looks quite different as you go along. The landscape just keeps changing. All of it. Absolutely beautiful. Mountains in the background. All of this beautiful grasses and trees in front of us. I love it.
Don't come here when it's wet.
It's true. It's
clay.
Very deep red clay. Been there, done that. Teddy has his own special desert water bowl. We lug lots of water along for him so he can have it in his little carry-on bag.
Twice as much as we do.
Yes, he does. Now we're back into the mountains and the rocks, but here we have an absolutely beautiful canyon to show you. I'll get up to the edge here and then pan around a little bit. Look at the lichen on the rocks with the sun glinting off it. It's bright green. And we head into the sun, the mountains beyond. Isn't it absolutely gorgeous?
There's the trail below on the right, huh?
I wonder if they
where
can
we're going.
See that if I zoom on it. The trail is way down there. Can you see the horses going up there way in the distance? And there's Tom setting up his tripod to get a shot of the canyon. Now we've arrived in Hackberry Springs. Jane and Al, you'll remember this well. And we're back off all the bedrock and hard walking, and we've got lovely soft ground. There's a creek bed down there, although it doesn't have any water in it this year. And again, we're back to the lovely grasses and trees, and the desert just keeps changing. Isn't it beautiful? Now we're entering the campground with the huge cliff face above us. It's always dark down here. There's water here, but a whole different look. Teddy would like to see what they have thrown in the fire. Let's go, Teddy. Now we have to make our way along the creek bed. It's pretty rocky. Whew. Big cliffs above us, and on this side the sun is shining and the lichen. It is pretty. And then there's Tom doing his photography thing. Alright, we come out of the canyon into the lovely sunshine again. Still rocky. The mountains beyond us. Oh, isn't it gorgeous?
Where Mike came.
Now, we're arriving at an old cowboy something or other. No one seems to know exactly what it is. Barbed wire fences and a shelter. And they must have used this for penning up cattle or overnighting with their horses. I have no idea. Very old structures. Down through the fence line we go, and back out into the desert. An old water reservoir with bullet holes in it, all rusted out, but I guess at one time they had it full of water. And there's a look back down the hill at the pens and the shelter. Alright, as we slog up the last hill, we've been out here for about 4 hours. Beautiful panorama views around us. And there's my Tom. And the final leg of our journey, after 4 hours with no food and very little water, and it's rather hot, is we have to do about a half a mile back along a road here. But the view is beautiful. You can see Weaver's Needle in the distance there. We're being led by a beautiful puppy. Life is